3 reasons why you shouldn't start your AI SaaS business. Let me guess, you probably already watched a few videos where people show hands-on examples on how you can capitalize on this AI revolution and create SaaS products that serve the market and that can make you revenue. While it all sounds good, today I'm going to be talking about 3 reasons why people that start businesses like this fail miserably. I want you to watch this video till the end because one of the 2 things happen. Either you recognize your situation in one of those reasons and be like, maybe I should reconsider this decision to launch the business. Or you can invalidate this by saying, all of those 3 check boxes are ticked, meaning I am set for a good start to start, so maybe this will encourage you on your journey. With that said, let's get straight to it. The first reason I see SaaS founders fail is because they don't have a burning problem to solve. When you start a business, any business, be it a brick and mortar, offline, online, it doesn't matter. It starts with a specific problem that you're solving in the marketplace. And that problem needs to be burning enough to make people pay you money for this problem to go away. If you are a surgeon, there's a huge value in the service that you provide to your patient because they might die if you don't serve them, right? This is an extreme example, but when you're thinking of the business problem that you are solving, can you even formulate it clearly yourself? That's the first thing towards getting it right. Can you formulate a problem that's so painful for your customers, be it B2C, individual consumers, be it businesses, that's so painful, they cannot solve it themselves, they're willing to pay you, your solution, money for it to go away. Most people that I see launching are launching because it sounds easy, because you can hook up OpenAI with some Zapier integration and voila, you have some product. It's AI writer, it's inspiration thing. Is it such a burning problem for people? They cannot solve it, they cannot sleep, they're thinking about it. That will make them buy this thing. Chances are it's not. And if it isn't, you'll have a super hard time to sell it. It's one thing to build a product, that's all I teach. SaaS business is about selling software, not building it. So if you don't have a burning problem to solve, you shouldn't start AI SaaS business. The reason number 2 why most SaaS businesses fail and why you shouldn't start if you don't have this is not having a target audience, a clear idea of who is the market that you're going to serve, meaning who is your customer. A lot of beginning entrepreneurs, especially virgin founders, meaning it's their first time, when you ask them, so who's your customer? You know what they say? Let me know in the comments what you think. What they really say is, everyone is my customer. This thing, this tool, this AI writer will solve problems for creative writers, for copywriters, people who work in the companies, and just individuals who want to inspire ideas. Now, guess what? If everyone is your customer, it means no one is your customer. It ties back to the first reason, which is a specific burning problem. There isn't such a problem that everyone has in the world, because that will be $1 trillion startup, okay? And if it was, there's going to be a harsh competition. The goal in your SaaS startup is to start niching down, starting super specific and obsessing over details for a specific market. Let me give you an example. Let's say you are creating AI for creating pitch decks, right? There are a bunch of them already. But what if you could pick a specific industry that you can serve? One of my clients, for example, is serving leadership and development industry. That's basically speakers, managers who motivate and teach how to do that. That's super specific. You know what that happens? That helps with marketing. That helps with targeting those people and tweaking product towards exactly what they need. Compare that to just launching some generic presentations writer that's kind of for everyone. Now the question arises is, why would I buy this and not something else? This is where competition comes into place. Because you're not alone in this ocean. The fact that you're watching this video means you're fully aware of this and you're not the only one who's doing that. So when it comes to competition, when you have a specific target audience and understand it better than everyone else, that's where you have your edge. And if you don't have that, maybe you're not ready for building a SaaS startup yet. The last but not the least, reason number 3, you shouldn't launch your AI SaaS startup is you don't have time and resources you're ready to commit to this. You cannot imagine how many people I speak to, how many people I see launching products that don't have simply time and resources they're ready to put in towards making this happen. Let's say you're working a 9-to-5 job, right? Let's say you have a stable income and now you're considering to invest into building this startup. The question you should be asking yourself is not only how much money I have to put towards this. Money can be loaned, we can access other people's money, that's important, but that's not all that's required. From you as a founder, it also has to be an incredible skill set of making connections, of making that first sale, right? You're not starting startup having 100 people working under you. In your startup, when you start, you're the marketer, you're the salesperson, you're the accountant, you're everyone, right? You might get help on the technical side if you cannot build the software yourself. But when it comes to brainstorming, partnerships, marketing, that's going to be on you. And the question is, how much do you think you can accomplish if your bandwidth is, let's say, 30 minutes per day or per week sometimes? I hear stories where people say, yeah, I have 1 hour per week, other days I'm busy. Well, is that really the case? Because it's all about priorities in life, right? Be it you, me, your family, my family, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, anyone in the world, same amount of time per day. It's how we choose to spend it. So the question to you is how much time and your mental bandwidth, right? How much your radio in your mind, meaning how much time thinking about it, you can allocate towards building a startup. Because remember, competition is a bitch. And when I say this, there are a lot of people who are thinking about similar things that you do, right? Of course, we all have different levels of skill sets. But if the same person with equal skills, equal resources and opportunity comes, and let's say they spend 2 times more effort, 2 times more time towards building the distribution, who do you think will win? Well, I don't think I need to answer this question, right? But what I'm trying to say here is, I'm not saying that if you have your stable income, you should quit it. What I'm saying is resourcefulness and willingness to put this as a priority, that's what's required. I have a friend of mine who've been working with since 2020, and he was having his own business, which he operates, well, not even full-time, all the time, right? It's more than 8 hours per day, it's more than that. And we still building the MVP with him in 2020, and it succeeded and it became the main business. The reason it happened, and it wasn't some extraordinary product, something out of this world. It was just a great SaaS that was competing on certain things, but the SaaS wasn't the key component of success. It was the distribution of it. And that's the founder who was working on that distribution. Well, guess what? That guy he was obsessed about it. He couldn't sleep before he made it work. And it was not even months, it was years of making it work. I mean, now he's in mid-6 figures in ARR, and I mean, life is just getting better every day. But of course, it's not a common story. But every time I see someone succeed, the common pattern is, more often than not, they are willing to make this a priority, right? That means some sacrifices on a personal front, sacrifices on a professional front. That means they are ready to give it all their best, at least to validate and get to a point where you know whether it's a loser or a winner and make decisions from that. So if you don't think you can be thinking as a leader and as a winner, if you don't think you can obsess over building something, because that's a business, if you don't think this business will be a priority, I don't think I can recommend you building your AI SaaS startup at this stage. Now that you know the 3 reasons why most founders shouldn't even start working on their startups, I want to tell you something you probably wouldn't have heard from me before. And I know I might get some heat from this video. And the reason for that is there are a lot of people who really want to build this, and there are a lot of motivational speakers who sell the idea that you have to do this because it's easy, just do this, and that. But the easiness they're selling is the false. Because the moment something becomes easy and everyone does this, it's not an edge anymore. SaaS business is the same case. It's not an easy game. It might look easy because you see all of those case studies, but that's almost like saying building electric vehicles is easy. Well, because all the blueprints are there and there's a public grant from Tesla, but when you're really thinking about it, there's so much struggle, so much grind that comes with it. It's not a game for everyone. Now the question is, let's say you have all three qualities. Let's say you watch till the end of this video and you say, Vlad, hey, I think I know what problem I'm solving. I think people are willing to pay for it. And I also know the target audience, I'm working with them, or I'm my own target audience, right? And you know you can commit your time, effort, resources to make this happen. You can put this as a priority, right? What's next? Maybe you're not technical. If you are a technical founder, easy game. You go build it, you start distributing it, and then you delegate as you go. Let's say you're not technical. Let's say the question is, what are my next steps, right? I can do a website on Wix or on WordPress, but I can build the app, right? How do I manage this? Do I go on some platforms? Do I contact my people? Do I contact my friends? Like, what you need is someone who understands the industry, or at least understands the problem that you're solving to the degree that it can be integrated into a product. You don't want to find just someone who can build something, because the link between your vision, let's say you're clear on what you're trying to solve, and that's going to be like 10 out of 10, for example, or 9 out of 10. Now, how you communicate this to a technical team, that's one thing, but how they comprehend it, it's a totally different thing. So what you really need is either a team with someone or just someone who's a connector. If you think about it, is someone who can understand the business challenges and who can translate them into a technical implementation. Now, I'm not saying I will be able to help you with this, but what I will say, I might. If you watch till this moment, I know you're serious. In a description to this video, you'll find a link, a calendar link. I normally don't do that. I normally only do that for a select clients of mine or for a specific fee. For a limited time, I will just take this link out sooner than later. I will be offering a free audit for your SaaS business, meaning the problem, the target audience, the solution, is it feasible, is it not? What I want to give you is some value upfront. What I want to do is connect with you over the phone if you're in US, or we can do Zoom outside, where we can speak about your idea and whether it has legs. Because if you're watching right now, I know you're serious. If you wouldn't, you would just click away from this video up until this point. Now, if you do that, make sure to reserve your time so I can allocate it towards it, and I will see you there and we can discuss it. To summarize this video, you're still watching this. That means you're serious. If you have what it takes, the world cannot stop you. I've seen so many people that try and then just give up. The problem can be tweaked, the idea can be pivoted. What cannot be changed is your attitude. If you have what it takes, if you're passionate about building something meaningful, about solving that problem, really few things can stop you. So click the link in the description and I'll see you there. With that said, I'll see you in my next video.